You know, there are a ton of platforms out there that just give you problems to solve. And then there are platforms that actually teach you how to think. Today, we're going to dive into one of those really special ones. It was born in Japan, and it's trusted by some of the best coders in the world, AtCoder. And it's known for one thing above all else, the incredible quality of its problems.
This quote, it just hits the nail on the head. It perfectly explains what makes AtCoder so different. Look, other platforms are amazing for what they do. They build your speed or get you ready for that big interview. But AtCoder, it's all about something deeper. It's about building that razor-sharp, precise, almost mathematical way of thinking that really separates a good engineer from a truly great one.
And this is the absolute key. Your journey to becoming a top-tier engineer or a competitive programmer, it's not just about solving thousands and thousands of problems. It all starts with the quality of the problems you're wrestling with. That's where the real, meaningful growth happens. This comparison really brings it all into focus. With AtCoder, the problems are crafted with this incredible mathematical precision. You're not going to find ambiguous wording or little hidden tricks. And what that means is you get to spend all your brain power actually thinking about the algorithm, not just trying to figure out what the heck the question is even asking. This focus on clean, rigorous problems is exactly why it's such an honest and effective place to train.
So you're probably thinking, okay, this sounds great, but how do I even get started? Well, let's talk about the very heartbeat of the platform. It's this consistent, reliable rhythm that you can build a really powerful habit around. And it's called the AtCoder Beginner Contest, or ABC for short.
Every single Saturday. No exceptions, without fail. This isn't just another contest, it's a ritual. Seriously, think of it as your weekly meditation on problem solving. It's this consistency that just compounds your growth over time, and it's what transforms you from a nervous beginner into a really confident programmer.
And the contest structure itself is just so well designed. It's a 100-minute sprint with a super clear difficulty curve. Problem A? Honestly, anyone with maybe a week of programming experience could tackle it. B is a small step up. C starts to make you think. D is where the real algorithms come into play. And then E and F, well, that's where the experts hang out. It's a ladder, and it's designed for you to climb one step at a time.
Now, here's what's so cool about this, and why it's so approachable for beginners. Your mission when you start is not to solve everything. It's just to consistently solve problems A and B, and maybe, just maybe, take a crack at C. That's it. You focus on being accurate, not fast. You just show up every week, and you will get better. It's as simple as that.
All right, now for one of the most beautiful and honestly motivating parts of AtCoder, its rating system. It's not just about some abstract number. It's a whole journey represented by colors, giving you this really tangible way to see your progress, all the way from a complete beginner to a globally respected programmer.
Your journey starts in gray, which is exactly where every single expert also started. As you compete, you'll work your way up to brown, then green, which is where that real algorithmic thinking starts to click. Then you hit cyan, and for a lot of people, the big goal is reaching blue. Each color is a milestone, a little story of your consistent effort paying off.
And let's be really clear about something. Hitting a rating of 1600 or more, becoming blue on AtCoder is a huge deal. It's an incredibly powerful signal to recruiters at elite companies. Why? Because an AtCoder rating is notoriously difficult to inflate. It represents genuine, proven, undeniable skill. So, what does this journey actually look like in practice? Well, if you consistently show up every Saturday and do a little practice during the week, reaching green within 3 to 6 months is totally achievable. And getting to that coveted blue rating within 12 to 18 months, that's a goal that can absolutely change your entire career trajectory.
So you're building these skills, your rating is climbing. But how does this all translate to the real world? What's the payoff? Well, the skills you build on AtCoder open doors to some of the most sought-after careers in tech and finance.
We're talking about the toughest interviews at places like Google and Amazon, which demand exactly the kind of algorithmic thinking you're training every Saturday. It's also super highly valued in quantitative finance, where firms like Jane Street and Citadel are actively looking for strong competitive programmers. And hey, because of its Japanese roots, it can even open doors to Japan's incredible tech industry. So here's the bottom line. A blue rating is so much more than just a number on your resume. It's a verifiable testament to your skills. It tells a recruiter you're disciplined, you understand algorithms on a deep level, and you can solve really hard problems under pressure. That one little line on your profile can honestly do more work than 100 bullet points. Okay, so what if I told you there was a secret weapon on the platform? Something that can dramatically speed up your growth? It's what separates the students who improve every single week from those who kind of just plateau, and it's built right into the culture of AtCoder itself.
It's the editorials. After every single contest, the problem setters release these full, mathematically rigorous explanations of the solutions. Reading these is like getting a private tutoring session with some of the best algorithmic minds in Japan. They don't just show you the code, they show you how to think.
This whole process creates this incredibly powerful learning loop. You can think of it as the AtCoder growth triangle. You participate live on Saturday to build skills under pressure. You read the editorial on Sunday to really understand the deep insights. And then you upsolve, which means coding the solution yourself from memory to lock in that learning. This simple, repeatable loop is the fastest path to getting better.
At the end of the day, real growth is quiet. It happens in those small moments of insight you get while reading an editorial, or when you finally solve a problem that once felt totally impossible. The path from gray to blue isn't some giant leap, it's a walk, and it's taken one Saturday at a time. The only real question left is, when will you take that first step?